That's right, friends. We're kicking things off with a banger. Someone who, in his own words...
Are you kidding? Do you know how popular I am? I got loads of people rooting for me.
Thanks, Axel. But before we get too far into the video and sail off on the gummy ship, it would mean a lot to me if you guys would like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you'll stay up to date on all the deep dive videos I do. Now, with that being said, let's take a deep dive into one of my favorite characters in all of Kingdom Hearts. I mean Axel. Yeah, right, Axel. Yeah, don't worry, we'll get to Sora soon enough. This video will contain some spoilers within the context of the character or characters I'll be using. Also, some of this footage will be captured from other YouTube channels. I will leave links in the description box below to where you can watch the full video. So please sit back and enjoy. Also, I do not own the rights to any of this music. We first meet Axel in Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. Chain of Memories. Which, story-wise, is a great game full of fun and excitement. As you dive into Sora's memories to find Riku, who has gone missing, and...
Thank
you! God, Jesus Christ! Finally, I beat the bitch ass! Oh my God! Do not like this at all! Not one fucking bit! Sheesh!
Whoa there is. You're getting ahead of yourself here. We may get into that one later. Now, back to the video. Right, so anyway, we meet Axel in Chain of Memories inside what is known as Castle Oblivion, where he is just the sassiest sass master ever. This is also the first time we hear his most iconic catchphrase ever.
Oh, my name's Axel. Got it memorized?
Which, either way, it's either that or it's very cheeky. Which leads us to one of the least annoying fights in the game. Oh God, the most annoying, well, one of them belongs to... Oh my God. After the fight with Axel, he basically tells us to go through the castle and find that which we've forgotten.
Sure. Good. You're a quick learner. So, Sora, now that we're getting to know each other better... Don't you go off and die on me now. That's right.
Axel!
Did you really think after that introduction I would give up oh so easily?
You were testing us.
And you passed. Congratulations, Sora. You're ready now. Ready to take on Castle Oblivion. You will need to follow your memories. Trust what you remember and seek what you forget. Then you will find someone very special.
You mean King Mickey and Riku?
You will just have to give some more thought to who it is that's most important to you. Our most precious memories lie so deep within our hearts that they're out of reach. But I'm sure that you can find yours, Sora.
Why me?
You have lost sight of the light within the darkness, and it seems that you've forgotten that you forgot.
The light within darkness?
Would you like me to give you a hint?
Sora, do you need it?
I'm gonna figure it out for myself. If you're in my way...
Don't worry, Sora. We'll protect you.
Good answer. Just what I'd expect from the Keyblade Master. But be forewarned. When your sleeping memories awaken, you may no longer be who you are now.
Now it's here where we get a look into Axel's character, and it's, in my opinion, one of the best moments for him. Let me explain what I mean. At this point in the story and throughout the game, we meet members of Organization 13, one of those being Axel. And he, at this point in time, is another villain for our hero Sora to take on. Knowing what I know about this character now, I could point out references that he makes when he's talking to Sora during this first encounter, but to quote River from Doctor Who,
spoilers.
So I won't go down that rabbit hole. Well, not too deep anyway. At this point in the story, not much is known about Axel, other than what the game has given us, which at this point isn't much at all, aside from his character and attitude, which, when I played this for the first time, I thought it was just another cheeky villain. Honestly, I didn't think too much of Axel. Though I did think he was cool. Besides, he had a side to him that almost seemed inviting, and in a way, he acted as a guide to our heroes in the castle. Now, the next time we see Axel, he's talking to Larxene about Sora, and then Larxene says to him,
"You seem pretty intrigued by this Sora kid."
Are you telling me you're not Larxene?
Haven't decided yet. I think what intrigues me more is what you see in him.
There was a time he became a Heartless. And if one becomes a Heartless...
They lose their minds and their feelings. They're consumed by the darkness.
Right, but not Sora. He held on to his feelings even as a Heartless. And there's only one other man who's been able to do just that.
It's the strength of his heart. That's what interests you. Why the Keyblade shows Sora's heart.
To unlock the mysteries of the heart. Isn't that the organization's mission?
It's at this moment that we see Axel start to make a small connection to Sora, the Keyblade, the organization, and, as he mentioned...
And there's only one other man who's been able to do just that.
Now, remember that rabbit hole I mentioned earlier? I hope by the end of this you'll...
Oh, my name's Axel. Got it memorized?
But honestly, I doubt it, because it's a lot to keep up with. As Axel starts to question the castle, the Keyblade, and Sora's connection to all of it after he becomes a Heartless, he mentions one other man that was able to be himself after he too became a Heartless. And that man was none other than Xehanort. What? Did you think I was going to say Roxas? Take it away, Krillin. No! Thank you, Krillin. But yes, Xehanort, not Roxas, who I originally thought it was until I started doing research for this video. Oh boy, but it wasn't. Yeah, not Roxas. Xehanort was the man that he was talking about. Also, we'll get to him as well. But there is one thing I wanted to point out about that entire scene. It's sort of a blink and you'll miss it type of scene. For a brief moment, you see Axel has a sad look on his face. Now, spoiler for anyone who hasn't played Kingdom Hearts ever, or if you're not like me and you don't own every single fucking copy in the series. But then this might have gone over your heads, because it damn sure went over my head when I first played through the game. For a brief moment, Axel is remembering the loss of his friend Roxas, but because he's trying to hold it together in that moment, it's never even picked up by Larxene, and in fact, never brought up again. It is just that, a treat for the viewers. Here is where Axel begins to stand out for me. You see, underneath all that sass and the quips is a person who really longs for and misses his friend. Axel is a person who strives to never forget who he is and where he belongs, who his friends are, and how much they mean to him. Axel is loyal. He's loyal to the ones he's close to. There are 3 people that Axel cares about more than anything else in the world. And they are Xion, Roxas, and Syx. I'll touch on those later, but for right now, Axel is a person who cares for his friends because they help him to not only remember who he is, but so that they can remember who he was as well.
Whew. Throwing that battle wore me out.
Really? It looked to me like you just plain lost.
How dare you! You don't appreciate the nuances of
an ungainly effort.
Vexen.
How could you be humbled by someone of such limited significance? You shame the organization.
How can we help you, Vexen? It's not very often we see you topside.
I came to lend you a hand. You obviously believe this Sora has much potential, but I remain unconvinced he is truly worth such coddling. I think an experiment would show if he really is of any value to us.
Well, here we go again. It's just an excuse, so you can carry out your little experiments, that's all.
I'm a scientist. Experiments are what I do. Yes.
Whatever. You can do what you want. But you know, I think testing Sora is just a cover for testing your valet.
Valet? He's the product of pure research.
What he actually is a toy.
You should just learn to be quiet.
Anyway, since you came all this way, you're gonna need this. A humble gift to my elder. I hope you use it to put on a very good show for us.
Now, this next scene, I'm not really sure if it has any sort of relevance to this video, but I'll talk about it briefly. In this scene, Axel has a conversation with Larxene about what they've seen Sora and the others going through. Here, Axel talks about a plan to take over the organization, which, for all intents and purposes, wouldn't work, but honestly, would have been fun to see. I may touch upon this later.
If Sora disappears, that would mess up the organization's plans.
I trust that you know what you need to do.
Haven't a clue, really. Maybe you could spell it out for me.
Vexen has clearly committed a treasonous act against the organization. You must eliminate the traitor.
No taking that back later.
This is where we start to see a change in Axel. Well, I wouldn't say a change, but more so another part of his character. It's the side we are all too familiar with when it comes to Axel. And that is the side of him that tries to stay cool, calm, and collected, which, in all honesty, is one of his biggest character flaws. Axel, for the most part, has played both sides of the fence in order to stay ahead of the other members of the organization. The reason for this will be further explained in Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days.
Axel!
Yo, Sora! Did I catch you at a bad time?
Axel, why?
I came to stop you from talking too much. By eliminating your existence.
No, don't do it!
We are just nobodies who have no one to be, yet we still are. But now you can be nothing instead of just being a nobody. You're off the hook.
No! Please don't! I don't want to...
Goodbye.
What are you? What are you people?
Don't know. I wonder about that myself.
Nice work. I say good riddance to that blabbermouth.
Marluxia, you used Vexen to test Sora's strength, didn't you?
Not just Sora's, it was yours too. We weren't sure if you actually had it in your bones to take out a fellow member. Well, I guess that you did. It's time to join up. Taking over the organization will be like child's play with the three of us.
So that's where Sora comes in.
Of course. He wants to see Naminé, so why don't we just give him what he wants?
Rejoice, Naminé. The time is near for you to meet the hero that you've been longing for.
I'm glad.
But I'm warning you. You better not do anything to betray Sora's feelings. Do you understand me, little one?
I understand.
All you need do is layer Sora's memories and bring his heart closer to you.
Sora. Even if you come for me, what then?
After Axel is ordered to stop Vexen, he returns to Larxene and Marluxia to talk about the plan the three of them had to take over the organization. Here is where the events of Kingdom Hearts 2, the ending anyway, are set up, but don't worry, we'll get to that scene soon enough. This was all done in front of Naminé, which I honestly believe deeply affected Axel, because of the fact that in that moment, he thought about his friends, Roxas and Xion, both of whom were once members of the organization, as I stated before. Axel is loyal to his friends, so I believe that in this moment, where he's in the room with Naminé, he begins to question what his real intentions are for being in the organization. I believe that in this moment, where he thinks back on all of the choices he's made up to this point, and the choices that he makes will ultimately lead him to that iconic scene in the final act of Kingdom Hearts 2.
You're all that he's got left. So then, if you don't stop this, no one will.
But it's too late.
You shouldn't give up just yet. Say, Naminé, have you noticed Marluxia doesn't seem to be around?
What are you saying?
Just that there's no one here who would want to get in your way. Just make it count. Now this should be interesting. Try and make it enjoyable, Sora. It's the least you can do for me, you know. Hey, wait. I'm enjoying this. You guys are something else.
Now, here is where we can draw direct parallels between how Axel feels about everything that has gone on so far in Chain of Memories and what he did to help both Xion and Roxas in Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. The choices he made in that game to help his friends and keep Xion's secret really comes back full circle when he decides to tell Naminé that Marluxia wasn't even around to stop her. You see, for everything that has happened so far with Axel, you really get to see both sides of him. There's the side where he's loyal to his friends, one that will go to bat for them, no matter what it may cost him or what he may lose in the process. But then there's also the side of him that will use charm and quick wits to navigate around the people he doesn't feel a close connection to.
You have some nerve to show your treasonous face around here. Some nerve indeed.
Treasonous? I don't know what you could possibly be talking about.
Why let Naminé go? If it weren't for your needless meddling, we could have turned the Keyblade Master to come and serve us.
Oh, right, your big plan. You use Naminé to rewrite Sora's memory piece by little piece. And he turns into her total puppet. Then, using Naminé and Sora together, you and Larxene overthrow the organization. Am I right? I would say that you are the traitor, Marluxia.
Since when were you suspicious of us?
Do either one of us have the heart to believe anyone?
So you only eliminated Vexen to obtain proof of our plan.
That I didn't want to do, but it was your order.
Oh.
Remember the order. You must eliminate the traitor. I always follow orders, Marluxia.
Here's where things get really interesting. Now we get to the point where Axel has, in my opinion, decided to leave the organization. See, in this moment, Axel has been labeled a traitor. His loyalty has been brought into question throughout most of this game. And just about everything he's done has been in service of the organization. Even in Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days, everything he did was in service of the organization. At first, but in the end, Axel is someone that will do what he needs to do to make sure he is free to make his own decisions. After the fight between him and Marluxia, Sora catches up to them, and during this exchange, Axel says,
Now, Sora, we've got more in common than you might think. I'd really rather not fight you. But I can't dishonor the organization, now can I?
As things stand right now, Axel has decided to stand with the organization, even if it means turning on other members to do so. But, as we know, this is not the end of Axel's story.
You have some nerve to show your treasonous face around here. Some nerve indeed.
Treasonous? I don't know what you could possibly be talking about.
Why let Naminé go? If it weren't for your needless meddling, we could have turned the Keyblade Master to come and serve us.
Oh, right, your big plan. You use Naminé to rewrite Sora's memory piece by little piece, and he turns into her total puppet. Then, using Naminé and Sora together, you and Larxene overthrow the organization. Am I right? I would say that you are the traitor, Marluxia.
Since when were you suspicious of us?
Do either one of us have the heart to believe anyone?
So you only eliminated Vexen to obtain proof of our plan?
That I didn't want to do, but it was your order.
Oh.
Remember the order. You must eliminate the traitor. I always follow orders, Marluxia. Larxene paid the price for disloyalty when she disappeared. You must do the same! The organization's betrayed. In that name, I will annihilate you.
That line's not you.
Well, had to try it once, you know. Is that your shield? Won't do you any good, I'm afraid.
I wonder. Are you listening, Sora?
Oh?
Axel says he's willing to harm Naminé to get me. You won't let that happen, will you?
Oh, come now. You're Marluxia's puppet already?
After I finish you, he's next.
Now, Sora, we've got more in common than you might think. I'd really rather not fight you. But I can't dishonor the organization, now can I? You're better than I thought you'd be. It was worth saving you after all.
Saving me? What do you mean?
Sorry, I would hate to kill the suspense.
Axel!
In this fight, Axel fights Sora, and obviously Sora wins, but in this instance, I don't think it was more so about winning the fight for Axel. I believe that Axel took it upon himself to fight on behalf of the organization, but Axel says something here. He says,
"It was worth saving you after all."
Which in true Axel fashion is very vague, but here's my theory on this. I believe that when Axel tells Sora this line, he's more so referring to it being worth it to save Sora, to also show him that he is free to make his own choices and change the path that he's on, that he is more than just a nobody. Alright guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like and thumbs up and comment and subscribe and do all that stuff. And again, thank you so much for taking the time out to watch this video. You can follow me here on Twitch and on Twitter where I'll be talking about a lot of random things and even sharing thumbnails like the one for this video and stuff like that. So again, please be sure to follow. Links to all of that will be down in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for being here. Take care, and as Yinsid always says,
may your heart be your guiding key.
Thanks so much, Yinsid, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, everybody, take care.